Hello and welcome to a new video from the Comprehensive Canine Center. Wow. Today I received a video of Rubius bringing a puppy into his house where he lives with two cats. And I've been asked if that's the best way to introduce a dog into houses where cats live. Well, after watching the video I have to congratulate Rubius because he did a fantastic job. In fact, the result is fantastic. I've already spoiled a bit of the video, but I recommend watching it because you can take notes on what to do. I'll give you a summary, tricks, and advice on introducing a dog into your home if you have cats. There's no one-size-fits-all method. It depends on the dog and cat types. It's different working with a hunter dog compared to a calmer, more tolerant one. There's no universal method, as it depends on the dog and cat types. Working with a hunter dog differs from a calm, tolerant one. Introducing a kitten and puppy usually leads to friendship. It's not the same to work with a dog that's very much of a hunter compared to a good dog that's calmer, more relaxed, and more tolerant of other types of animals. If we are going to introduce two puppies, that is, a kitten with a puppy, we will not have any kind of problem. They will surely become the greatest friends in the world. And if not, well, I'm going to give you some little tricks and tips to make this introduction of the new family member a success. The first thing we're going to do is prepare the room where the dog and the cat will meet for the first time. 2001. When cats get scared, they tend to climb to high places, whether it's a tree, a shelf, a couch, or something like a scratching post that has different levels. So we're going to try to make sure that the place where the meeting happens has these kinds of things where the cat can climb up and feel safe in case it needs to escape. Because I remind you that when faced with fear, animals have two types of behavior. One is to attack and the other is to flee. So if we don't give the cat the option to escape and feel safe somewhere, it's most likely going to attack. This is where we start off on the wrong foot. Because if the first interaction between the cat and the dog is an attack, the dog will get scared, the cat will feel superior, and everything will be terrible. So if we don't give the cat the option to escape and feel safe in a place, it will most likely attack. So we're off to a bad start because the first interaction between the cat and the dog is an attack. The dog is going to get scared, the cat is going to feel superior, and everything is going to be horrible. So Rubius did a great job there. 2. Because in the room they were in two different rooms, but the cat had the option to escape in case it felt too threatened or too scared by the dog's presence. Another thing we're going to do is keep it natural, without shouting, without fighting, and without stress. Let's let them interact. It's normal to hear some growling, hissing, or for the cat to puff up. That's what should normally happen, okay? As the cat likely observes the dog from up high and gets used to the presence of the new family member, everything will start to normalize. So, as long as they're interacting, at least during the first month, we will be present with the cat and the dog. Why? First, to observe how everything is developing, and second, to avoid any kind of confrontation or any fight that may occur. If that happens, we separate the dog from the cat. We leave them in separate rooms, let them relax a little, and the next day or a little later, we can try again without any problems. So, as I said, we're going to try to be present during the first month whenever the dog and the cat are together. This will also give the cat confidence and help the dog feel secure, knowing that we're there, that there's a third person, a leader, although cats don't really have leaders. But you get what I mean, who's there to supervise and provide that extra bit of confidence, especially to the cat, who is the one already living there. When we're not around, we're going to have a separate space for them. That's the best option. Because this way, we can avoid any kind of conflict that we can't control or solve in the moment. And finally, we're going to try to reward the dog in a relaxed way. When the dog is calm, and to be redundant, when it's also relaxed. in the presence of the cat. So what we're going to do is reward the dog for being relaxed when the cat and the dog are together. If the dog is relaxed and not bothering the cat will eventually tolerate it, because what the cat wants is to be left alone. So there won't be any problems. Okay. So, that being said, we already have the 3 tricks. As you can see, Rubius has pretty much done that. He rewarded the dog when it was calm. He had the cat in a place where it could go up high, and he was present. Now that said, you should be present for at least a month, a little over a month, with the cat and the dog. Are you letting them know when you can leave it alone, okay? There are other canine psychologists and veterinarians who advise preparing everything before all this, before the introduction, to set the stage a bit. Honestly, I think that's a bit excessive. What I'm talking about is putting the cat's scent in the room where the dog is, and the dog's scent in the room where the cat is, so they can start getting used to each other's smells. That way, when they finally see each other, they'll already be familiar with those scents. That can be a double-edged sword. It may work, or it may not. And if it doesn't work, it's a huge blunder. Let me explain. If we introduce a dog's scent into a cat's home that isn't used to dogs, the cat is going to get alarmed. It's going to think, okay, a dog has been here. There's a predator that could kill me, and I can't see it. I can't locate it. I'm stressed. I'm really stressed. I'm super stressed because I can't find whatever it is I'm smelling. Suddenly, the dog shows up when we go to introduce them, and the cat identifies it as the danger that it has been imagining for 1,000 days. So, I don't think this is necessary. Everything should be much more natural. You go into a room, put the dog in, put the cat in, and observe and wait. Okay, the cat is going to hiss, and the dog is probably going to want to play with the cat. The cat won't want that, so it's going to climb up to the high spots, from where it will watch what the dog is doing. The dog is going to stay like that until it gets bored of following the cat, because the cat isn't going to pay attention to it, isn't going to play along, and will eventually relax. So at that moment, when it's nice and relaxed, I'm going to pet it because I have to go. Imagine, I have to go to the kitchen to prepare dinner, and I take the dog with me. Okay, so I have to go to work, with the cat in one room and the dog in another. When I come back and have time, I'll bring them together again, for longer periods, okay? We can create a plan to gradually leave them together for longer and longer periods until you, the cat, and the dog will tell you themselves. They will let you know. They'll say, hey, the problem is solved. If the dog gets too pushy, the cat will say, if this one gets too annoying, I'm going to climb up. And if the dog thinks, hey, I'm done with this cat. It's such a bore. It never wants to play with me. It could even happen that the cat becomes curious about the dog, approaches it, sees that the dog isn't doing anything and starts playing with the dog, and then we'll all be happy and content. So from here, I want to congratulate Rubius because he did a fantastic job. He did phenomenal. And well, Centro Integral Canino Guau D is here to help you with whatever you need if you need a bit of advice with your dog. I can help you a little with the cat because I'm a dog specialist, but I can lend a hand with the dog as much as I can. If you need anything, you can write to me at Psychologist. Eat, and I'll be happy to help you. And to all of you, well, if you have any problems when you need to introduce a dog to a cat, you can also count on me. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe. And that's it. A hug, and see you in the next video.